Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at why you've been the topic of people's conversations lately. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm now going to show you your crystals for each pile. So for pile number 1, we have this beautiful Leopard Jasper. And we have the card Two Little Witches. For pile number 2, we have another beautiful crystal named Pyrite. And we have the card Marie Masquerade. And for pile number 3, we have this beautiful fire agate. And we have the winged Seer. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be your pile for today. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, there may be more messages there for you, so always trust your intuition when picking a pile. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this Leopard Jasper crystal and the card with the Two Little Witches with magical space clearing time, card number 30, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at why you've been the topic of people's conversations lately. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest, and remember, what people say about you in their conversations may not necessarily be true. You know, this is the tea on you, okay? So we're going to be using the Priestess of Light Oracle deck, the Vanessa Tarot, as well as the Ethereal Visions Tarot, and this card is from the Shadows and Light Oracle deck. So let's get started with your reading. By the way, when I tapped into the energy of your reading of the people that are talking about you, it seems like, you know, even when I shuffled this deck, it says your friendship. But it seems like people are talking about the connections that are in your life right now, because here we see two people. So it doesn't have to specifically be friendships, it can also be romantic, but it can also be the relationship you have to yourself. So when I tapped into their energies, I was seeing bunny ears, and then I was seeing like that clock from Alice in Wonderland, and like going down the rabbit hole. So I kind of get the vibe that people are going down rabbit holes talking about you. Like they want all the information, all the tea, and you know, they're maybe even telling like deep stories where like maybe they're even asking people, do you know what happened here? Can you fill in the blanks for me? So people are really deeply talking about you, and I guess there is some type of intrigue and curiosity here towards you, because Alice in Wonderland's energy kind of reminds me of curiosity, but then the bunnies are also very cute, you know, you may be very cute, where it gets people thinking about you more. And there's something about your energy that's just magical. I'm hearing, I don't know if this is just the Halloween energies coming through. I'm hearing, I put a spell on you, something like that, that song. Um, but I guess I just take it as you unintentionally put people in this energy where all they can talk about is you, where all they can think about is you. And you may disagree with this when you hear this reading and be like, what? Why? But I feel like there's just something interesting about you. There's something people find intriguing about you. There's this mystery surrounding you. And there's something very, yeah, mysterious, like where people get so curious about you and they want to know more and more and more and talk more because it seems like you are such a magical person. And you don't have to be a witch, you're just a magical person in general with a lot of magical talents and gifts. And you yourself, like whatever you put your mind to, you create magic out of it. Okay? So I also saw a bouquet of roses, a love letter, and a microphone. And since we have magical space clearing time, I feel like the reason why you've been the topic of people's conversations too is because you have been speaking your truth more. You've been loving yourself deeper. And that's what I take from that message. You've been loving yourself deeper with the love letter. You've been putting that love back into you. You've been clearing people out of your life that are no longer needed there because your energy is sacred. And only people that are going to appreciate that are meant to receive your energy because it's sacred. And I feel here this is maybe what you've been doing. You've been implementing more boundaries, speaking up for yourself more, loving yourself more. And I see this as like, it's okay if I'm alone right now because I love me and I'm doing this for me. If a person isn't going to treat me right, clear them out of my life. Speak up for yourself, like that's what you've been doing. And I guess this is what people are seeing. And now this is enabling this energy of self-trust and self-love where you have courage, courage to be alone right now. But it's not like you're wanting to be alone per se, but more so not wanting to be around people that make you feel alone. Having courage to stand up for yourself and set boundaries and having the courage to love yourself deeply. And therefore attracting people that do see your energy as the most beautiful thing that they can ever receive. So spirit guides on my pile number ones. Why are they the topic of people's conversations lately? We have balance with stability and standing firm, card number 40. So you've been building a stable foundation for yourself in your life, in different aspects of your life. We have portal with infinite mind and awakening consciousness, card number 1. This is a very beautiful energy. People may also be talking about the relationships that are currently in your life. And I'm hearing like, oh, if I want to be with pile 1 or be friends with pile 1, I'm not going to mess with them because I hear they cut off people quickly, or I hear, they're not one to take BS. At the back of the deck, we have power over difficulty with reclaiming your power. So the tea on you is that you've been reclaiming your power. This is why you are the topic of people's conversations. So spirit guides on my pile number 2s, why have they been the topic of people's conversations lately? We have the 3 of Swords. I feel this is like you healing from heartbreak, mending your heart, cutting out people in your life where, clearing out people from your life where there's just always pain and hurt. We have the 3 of Wands. Something about the number 3 could be significant, or the number 2, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I find it a funny message that the cards moved when I pulled the cards away. And I take this with the balance card as you no longer allowing people to take you out of your power. Do you see? Even I'm not touching the cards intentionally. I'm just putting my hands down. Um, you're not letting people take you out of your power. You're not letting people. You know when you are kind of scared to lose a person and we kind of just go with whatever they say? Or not even that, but like sometimes when we don't see our own power or don't know our own power or haven't integrated that yet, and then people act some way towards us, and then we people please, or we don't stand up for ourselves, or we allow them to take away our power by changing the way that letting them change the way we feel about ourselves, letting them change who we are on a core level, who we want to be, letting them change or take away our peace or make us have some type of emotional reaction to them that doesn't make us feel good. This is the energy I'm feeling, and you're no longer allowing that. It's like you're becoming more firm and balanced in who you are and standing tall and courageous in that, strong within that. At the back of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. So people are talking about this new you that is emerging. That's why you're the topic of people's conversations lately, because it's like you're changing for the better. You know, it's like a new era of you is emerging. I'm seeing a butterfly clairvoyantly, so you've been going through a transformation and people are starting to get to know this newer version of you. Like I'm hearing, let me reintroduce myself. Like the old version of you is gone, and now the new version of you is being built up or being stepped into by you. You know what I mean? We have the Star card. So you could have also been healing a lot, healing your heart space. And this is what people are noticing. We have the Tower. We have the King of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands. Why are my pile number ones the topic of people's conversations lately? We have the Two of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords confirms what I said earlier about boundaries, speaking your truth, standing up for yourself more. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And at the back of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. So my pile number ones, why you've been the topic of people's conversations lately. You've been taking that magical energies of yours, realizing your power, realizing your magic. And the reason I keep saying magic is because I'm referring to this card. This may be my magical pile. I always have a magical pile for those that are new to my channel. Like I said, your energy is like gold, you know. And I feel like you've been taking that magical broom of yours and sweeping away the energies, the people, jobs, situations that are no longer serving you, emotions even. Okay, and through that, it's like you've been clearing your environment, making room for space for newness with the portal card. And people are starting to see this clear out happen of your life, but then also how you are starting to make space for newness, new people, new situations, new relationships, new opportunities, just newness in general. And you've been opening up your mind to the possibilities of your potential, of how good your future can get. And I'm not just saying this, but I feel it's like I'm hearing God's plan by Drake. You know, we may plan something small for ourselves, but I'm seeing it like God has so much more in store for you, or the universe, whatever you believe in. And that's what I see with the Wheel of Fortune right opposite the Three of Wands next to the Portal card. Maybe you've also been in a state of downloading information about what to do next, what steps to take next. And I feel like as you've been taking steps towards this newness, these new doors opening for yourself, things are starting to turn in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune. Things are starting to change in your life for the better. We have the healing after chaos with the star next to the tower. And I love that the tower is opposite the balance card, because it's like you're picking up the pieces of what was no longer meant for you anymore, or no longer healthy for you anymore, clearing it away. I see it like our house, right? And this is just a metaphor for our life, our environment, the things in our life. The house has, broken down, right? But we need to clear that house out. We need to take all the contents of that house out, sweep all the contents out. I'm seeing The Simpsons when they bulldoze a lot. um, break all those walls down and then build new ones. And I feel like this is what you've been doing. You've been building a new stable foundation for yourself based off this healing journey you've been on with the star. And it hasn't been easy. It's been very much like an internal journey. I'm hearing like, where are my pile number ones? We haven't seen them. Where are my pile number ones? Like, we never hear about them. And I think it's because you've been on a little bit of this internal journey to finding yourself, to balancing your emotions with the King of Cups, healing your heart, healing from chaos, and building a stable foundation for yourself again. Making choices that bring you hope for the future. Making choices that align to this new version of you that you are transforming into. Some of you may even be healing from relationships, like romantic connections. May not be for all of you, but I see for some of you. And like I said, you've been open to speaking your truth more, to expressing yourself more in the world. And now it's like you're coming out of that healing and you're ready to experience newness. And this journey of metamorphosis you've been on is mind-blowing to people, because they didn't see the work that happened during that phase of like you going within. They just saw like, oh, pal number one's a little bit MIA right now, like where are they? They don't know what's happening. And then all of a sudden you start coming out back into the world, and people are starting to see this new version of you. Like I said, with me hearing let me reintroduce myself, a new version of you is reemerging. And this is why you've been the topic of people's conversations, because it's like, pile number one's changed, but it's a good change. It's a mind-blowing change, an inspiring change that gives others hope with the star card. And with the Eight of Wands, you've been moving forward swiftly. I feel like some of you have even been, nurturing or reparenting your inner child, or nurturing those parts of you that didn't exactly receive the love you wanted, or receive the needs you had. You've been giving to yourself more. I also feel like there's been this shift in how you show up in the world, who you are. There's been a shift in even your career, your stability. Some of you are maybe actually moving homes, or like something along those lines, or some of you may be having improvements or level ups in your career, or have moved to a new job that is more stable, or starting to really receive certain blessings with the Queen of Pentacles in the balance card that have to do with love. For example, love that is going to stay there for the long term, that is going to be balanced and last a long time, or even friendships. And I also see the message here of self-love, you taking care of yourself. With the Queen of Pentacles in the Balance card, I feel like some of you have been working on your health, or you've been on a journey of self-improvement. You know, some of you have been gymming or exercising or drinking more water. You know, there's something about you physically looking different or physically showing up in the world more healthier. Something about your physical material belongings and abundance, okay, is being talked about. Even if you don't see yourself as an abundant person, you know, something to do with your career or finances is being talked about, and how it's becoming more balanced and stable, and your material belongings too. So to sum up this reading, the reason why you've been on people's topics of conversation, because you've been going through a metamorphosis. I'm so proud of you, my pal number ones, for doing this, because it's not easy, but you've done this. So give yourself credit for this, you know? Celebrate the fact that you've healed something so big within yourself, that you've transformed so hugely in such a magical way. I'm clairvoyantly seeing Cinderella when she transforms into her beautiful dress gown and all that magic takes place. It's like people see it like that. So this was your reading, my pal number ones. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pal number twos. If you chose this Pyrite crystal and the card Marie Masquerade, card number 14 with glamour, intrigue, and drama, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at why you've been the topic of people's conversations lately. So when I was about to sit down and start your reading, I saw the number 4444. So this lets me know that even the number here is 14, so that's an interesting synchronicity. This lets me know that you are extremely protected against anyone speaking about you, especially those speaking about you in a negative way. You know, like just talking bad about you or saying things that aren't true. So there is that confirmation there. And the number 4 also relates to the energies of stability. So some of you may have been drawn to pile number 1 because we also spoke about stability there. If not, it's okay. But I feel like you've been becoming more stable within different aspects of your life. And this is why people are talking about you. You know, maybe you have been becoming more stable in your career, or your home, you know, maybe there is more stability there. Or maybe it has to do with your relationships. Or maybe just you in general. You know, creating a safe and secure place for yourself, a home within your body, a safe space within you, for you to just be you, regardless of the opinions and projections of others. People are talking about you being so glamorous, about you shifting or changing something. Because as I start your reading, it's kind of annoying, but I'm not bothered by it. There are like little boys running outside, but like they keep running like pew, pew, pew. So, and it only started when I started your reading. So I see it as, if you can hear them playing outside, that's them. I see it as like you are kind of like sprinting past people right now. Well, this is at least their perception of you. Remember that the messages that come through are what people are saying, and they may not necessarily be true. So just take what resonates, leave the rest. I see it's like you're sprinting and running past people. It's like they see you as you're winning the race against yourself. It's like, I don't see you being in competition with others. I see you winning the race against yourself each time and setting a new limit for yourself each time and kind of like exceeding other people's expectations each time or your own. And this is what people are saying about you. This may have to do with your career, your goals, family life, relationships, your own growth. It can be anything in your life, but this is what people are perceiving about you right now. And I'm seeing, a lot of people are saying you're glamorous, like I said, or they think that you're living some kind of glamorous life. A lot of people are just intrigued by you and your energy, where they want to know more. I'm seeing people like almost like a mental image of a tea party, spilling the tea. I'm seeing like cookies by the tea party, right? And they're like, give me the sweet details about pile 2. I want to know more. Like, ooh, what is happening with pile 2 right now? I feel them being like that towards you right now. So people perceive you as very glamorous, very classy and elegant, sophisticated, I'm hearing. But people are also now perceiving you and talking about you to be very intelligent and to be swiftly changing something in your life. Some of you may have even started something new. So this is the energy I'm seeing. We're going to use the Priestess of Light Oracle deck, the Vanessa Tarot, as well as the Ethereal Visions Tarot. And this card is from the Shadows and Light Oracle deck. And I also saw a mental image of a bear. So I will understand what that means more in a moment. Let's just look at your cards. So Spirit Guides on my pile number 2s. Why have they been the topic of people's conversations lately? We have Sacred Action with Decisive Focus, card number 17. Interesting. People just find you so interesting to talk about. Twin flames. If you don't believe in twin flames, it's okay. This could be about a significant connection in your life. So it's card number 16 with soul partner and eternal connection. The word eternal connection is really sticking out to me. So if you are in some type of romantic connection, this could be why you are the topic of people's conversations lately. And if not, it's kind of like people see you attracting in a lot of people and they're expecting you to meet someone soon. And it shows in your cards, Or maybe people are talking about you going on dates, things like that. And like, I hear like, who wouldn't love my pile number 2s? So we have go with the flow at the back of the deck, letting go, cleansing, and receiving. So Spirit Guides on my pile number 2s. Okay, this card wants to come out. The Knight of Swords. Look, swift movement. I'm not making this up, you see? Like, this is not a coincidence. It's a huge sign. Okay, we have 2 cards for you. The 8 of Pentacles. So definitely something about your work or the work you're doing on yourself or some type of work you're putting in if you have some type of project or goal or endeavor. I'm hearing studies for some of you. We have King of Cups. Yeah, and the Sacred Action card wanted to move now. The 4 of Wands also wanted to come out, so people are saying that you are or about to be celebrating something. And at the back of the deck we have the 4 of Swords. But do you see how many numbers of 4 are coming out in your reading? So that's very, very interesting. So Spirit Guides on my pile number 2s. Why are they the topic of people's conversations lately? We have the Death card. We have the Temperance card. We have the King of Cups. This card came out in pile 1, as well as this card, the Eight of Wands. And Eight of Wands is also about swift movement. So it's so interesting to see beautiful synchronicities like this. So Spirit Guides are pile number 2s. Why are they the topic of people's conversations lately? We have the Six of Cups. I feel a lot of people from your past talking about you with the Six of Cups and the Death card. Especially about your new relationships in your life right now, even if it's new friendships. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups. And we have 4 extra cards here, which I'm just going to put down for the moment and take a look at them when I'm done looking at your cards. 4 extra cards. I just realized, oh my gosh, we have the Artist at the back of the deck. So the number 4 is following you in this reading. Okay, so my pile number 2s, the reason why you have been the topic of people's conversations lately. I feel people are talking about you. Like I said, a lot of people from your past are talking about you, or it doesn't just have to be, close relationships from your past, but it can be just a lot of people you knew in the past, people that are kind of intrigued by your life right now. Maybe even people that were once in drama with you. It seems like they still talk about you. They don't have anything better to do than talk about you. And maybe even people from your school, people from your past work, people from college, people you once knew. It's like all of them are talking, but I also see people talking about some kind of swift transformation here with the Death card, or some kind of big change that is happening in your life, because this is in the middle of your reading. And it seems very quick to others, but to you it's taken a lot of time and patience. And I'm hearing integration, integrating certain lessons you've learned from those endings to bring balance, harmony, and beautiful changes into your life. Okay, you have been balancing out your emotions with the Temperance card and the King of Cups, alchemizing your emotions. You've been going within. I mean, King of Cups has shown up twice. So you've been on a journey within to understanding yourself and your emotions and the way your emotions work. I see some of you have been healing from loss or healing from betrayals, okay? And I feel also healing from chaos, healing from the endings that have happened in your life. And as we heal from that, sometimes it takes time, it takes patience, and I feel like you've been going within, you've been finding your spiritual side as well. I see some of you have passed on loved ones around you that are also protecting you heavily. And people are talking about how sweet you are, how sweet you've always been. They talk about, well, people that know you now as well, they talk about like you in a very glamorous way where it's like, I wonder what pile number 2 is going to do next. I wonder what pile number 2 is going to wear here, because I love their fashion style. I wonder what pile number 2 is going to be like next as they're going through a little bit of this internal journey. I wonder who they're going to come out as next. And the bear is like maybe you even coming out of this hermit journey and coming back out into the world again. And I feel like every time you do that, just like pile number 1, there's an energy of transformation here. Every time you do that, you come out with new wings, with new wisdom to show, with new things to show about your life. And that is something people are just very shocked by, very intrigued by, very mind blown. Okay? Because they're seeing this change happen so swiftly in front of their eyes. And in front of their eyes, it's happening so swiftly, it's happening so quickly, you know? And every time you come back out, you bounce back stronger, or you come out more powerful. So I'm reading about the spiritual meaning of the bear. I'm reading something here. It says it relates to protective instincts. The bear helps you nurture yourself and others. So maybe you've been protecting yourself more, and I guess people from your past that are no longer in your life that you've been healing from, maybe you've been protecting your peace, finding your power, nurturing yourself and others that are in harmony with this new version of you, with who you want to bring and attract into your life. So there could also be a theme of them talking about family here, okay, for some of you, because a bear nurtures and protects their family, especially mama bears. You could be seen as that mama bear, father bear, that very nurturing person. So this is what people could be talking about you. I'm also seeing here, it says, the bear spirit provides us with strength in times we feel weak or helpless. Life can prove challenging, and the bear is definitely up to the task, no matter the source. If you have been swallowing your words and compromising your vision, bear's message is to stay true. So you've been finding your strength in moments where you felt lost, afraid, or alone, what I'm hearing from Spirit. And, you've been gaining that extra strength and courage. So it also says here, sometimes Bear asks us to accept an authoritative role, not only directing our own lives, but guiding others. It demands respect. So maybe you have been demanding respect by sticking up for yourself, by finding your own strength within, by becoming more assertive as well. Learning to be your authentic self in the world and become more assertive. It's like you've been truly working on yourself, is what I see here, and becoming more courageous to also put yourself out there, or to start certain things you've always wanted to do, and swiftly move towards that and focus and put all your attention on that, but also guide others through the wisdom you've attained through this big change here. So, if you have been experiencing hardships in your life and great challenges in your life, I feel like you've been finding your power and your strength through that, and finding courage and the strength to get through that. This is why you are the topic of people's conversations lately. So people are now seeing a change happen within you and how you show up in the world, as well as a change in how you are viewing your reality. Maybe gaining wisdom from those circumstances and scenarios, working on yourself, healing, becoming more peaceful, protecting your peace, protecting yourself by asserting yourself more. And with the artist at the back of the deck, I see you creating this new reality where you are flowing towards it. While things are changing within you and around you, you're creating a much more peaceful reality, full of balance and harmony. And with the Eight of Pentacles, people are talking about you working on something. Whether it be yourself, a goal, a project, your career, your relationships or relationship, family, your home. You've been working on something and putting your action towards something. And people see this going very successful and becoming something where you get lots of physical rewards from it with the King of Pentacles. Because I see with the Page of Cups and the King of Pentacles this idea of a vision. Because this Page of Cups kind of gives me the vibe of like playfulness and like she's holding the fish. So it's kind of like it's a little bit of an out there dream. You know, it's a vision, but it's not yet set in this reality. It gives me like that Neptune energy, that dreamer energy, okay? And it's like you've been taking that and growing it into something physical, going past the pages, because the pages are like the start where we're still learning, we're still understanding how to create this dream or goal. But you're going past that. You're going past the knights, the queens, and you're going swiftly towards the king through all this work you've been doing and all this action you've been putting in, all this focus you've been putting in. And people see something swiftly changing here for the better in whatever this is, where this physical goal becomes a physical reality, becomes very prosperous with the pyrite crystal you chose. So the reason you've been on people's topics of conversation is because you've been swiftly changing, readjusting your life, you know? And there was also something here about relationships. So, like I said, if you are in a romantic relationship right now, people could be talking about this romantic relationship you are in. You know, how different it is from your old ones, and how this one looks very peaceful, looks very calm. It looks like some kind of connection that is going to last a very long time, an eternal connection. You know, people are talking about the strength of this connection. People are talking about the fact that you two are very similar to each other or want very similar things in your futures. Okay? People are also talking about this person bringing stability and peace and this energy of going with the flow in your life. But you also protecting yourself a little bit by keeping this relationship a little bit mysterious. And if it has to do with friendships, you know, people could be talking about these new friendships in your life that are super strong, where it's like you two are always together, or you two look like this connection's gonna last very long. And it just looks like there's a vibe between the two of you that can't be broken, you know? Or the many of you. So let's take a look at these cards. The first card we have is the Page of Wands. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Five of Swords. And we have the Three of Wands. So we spoke about you healing from betrayals of the past for some of you. And I feel the energy of loss through the Five of Swords. I know that's not what it means, but I feel the energy of loss, of grief, you know, of things not going exactly the way we wanted or planned. But you staying strong through that and you carrying and moving forward with the Three of Wands. Accepting what has happened, but shifting your perspective and gaining wisdom from it and moving forward. You're ready to create something new here by taking steps towards your future, by taking steps towards your passions and what makes you happy, what truly fills you up with this joy and this spark of life. You know, and I feel like this is what people are talking about lately when it comes to you, that there is some kind of major celebration happening here in your life with the Four of Wands. That people are now beginning to notice or it's starting to happen if it hasn't happened yet, and whatever this is, people see it as something big, something very huge, something very celebratory happening in your life very soon. And with the Three of Wands, as you take steps of determination and action, it's like you swiftly go towards the celebration, as I saw before. So the reason why you have been the topic of people's conversation is the swift change you've been going through. The promise of celebration, and I feel like your life is, like I said, becoming very glamorous to people, where people want to know what's going on in your life, because it's like, it's mind-blowing to others, it's inspiring to them, to see how you've just gone from this energy to this energy, you know? So this is what I see in your reading, my pile number twos. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this fire agate crystal and the winged seer card with You See Clearly Clairvoyance, card number 12. This reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at why you've been the topic of people's conversations lately. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. The card you chose was from the Shadows and Light Oracle deck, and we're going to be using the Priestess of Light Oracle deck, the Vanessa Tarot, as well as the Ethereal Visions Tarot. So the reason why you've been the topic of people's conversations lately is because you have a vision, my pile number threes. I feel this is my pile of visionaries. You have different passions, or one specific passion or hobby or goal in your life that you have a big vision for. This could be for your career, for your personal life. It can be for hobbies, like I said. It can be literally anything. But this is talking about some kind of passion, some kind of fire you have within. I'm seeing the dragon breathing fire. This energy of strength surrounding you, of powerful energies surrounding you. Okay, and the energies of fire, a fire igniting within you of passion towards your dreams, your goals, and desires. I see this as my pile of visionaries, and this is the reason why people have been talking about you, why you've been the topic of their conversation. It's because they're starting to see your vision, but they don't quite understand yet how it's falling into place. And I feel this is my pile of people with very strong gifts of clairvoyance, of intuition, of seeing through people, situations, and things. So through this gift, you're able to channel messages from the divine, bring down messages from those higher realms and turn them into ideas, turn them into something physicalized. I'm seeing the Four of Pentacles clairvoyantly, and the star, taking the star's energy, pulling that message or information from space, from the stars, and bringing it and physicalizing it into earth by creating something without passions. I'm also clairvoyantly seeing a dragon breathe fire onto something, and it makes like a gold something. I don't know if that's even scientifically true, but like I'm seeing something on the ground, and it's nothing, but then the dragon breathes fire onto it and then makes it into something valuable like gold. I don't think that's even possible, but maybe we're talking about the energies here of dreaming up the impossible, of following and believing in the impossible. And also the reason I say so is because when I tapped into the energy of your reading, I heard the song by Fleetwood Mac where she's like, I keep my visions to myself. So I feel like this is my pile of people that have intense visions, intense daydreams about what you want to achieve, what you want to bring into your reality. And as you do so, you're keeping it to yourself. You're keeping it hidden. You're keeping it like the Four of Pentacles. You're keeping it mysterious, okay? And this is what people are talking about, because it's like they're seeing you and then they're seeing maybe like you be a little bit mysterious at the moment, and then they don't see you taking steps towards the goal, but then they just see the outcome, the result of it, the result of you achieving something or getting something as a result of it. Does that make sense? I feel like some of you were intuitively guided to not tell people about your dreams, your goals, the things you wanted to create in your life, because other people's negative thoughts, opinions, limited beliefs can cloud the energy of what you are trying to manifest or attract into your reality. And I feel that energy strongly in you becoming more comfortable with your intuition, becoming more trusting of what your intuition is telling you. People are seeing you start to step into your spiritual gifts in a very powerful way, like we saw with the dragon, you know? It's very, very powerful, your gifts. So people are also talking about your spiritual abilities and gifts and how powerful they are, and how it's just like, what? Like, when did Pile 3 get these gifts? Or what? How did Pile 3 know that? Like, let's say some are tarot readers here, or some are able to just say something to someone and it comes true, or something along those lines. It's like people are like, what? How did that happen? It happened exactly as they said. Or, let's say you're with a friend and you're like, I don't trust this person. They give me a bad vibe. And later on, something comes out that that person was hiding something, and it's like Pile 3 was right. So I feel that type of energy of people noticing your spiritual abilities and gifts and talents, okay? And noticing it as something powerful and talking about it, but also talking about how powerful you are by following what seems quote unquote impossible and creating it into something physicalized, into something stable. I see you have the support of your spirit guides and the strong protection. And also, as a result of you doing things this way, it's protecting your manifestation, allowing it to be pure, where it's only your energy going towards it. Does that make sense? Spirit is showing me clairvoyantly people watching in on your life with telescopes, like trying to see what's happening. Like, oh, I wonder what's happening in Pal 3's life. Like, what's happening there? Like, they want to see what's happening in your life. Okay, so this is what I see here. Let's take a look at your cards. Please remember, this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. And also remember, what people say about you may not necessarily be true. So, spirit guides in my pile number 3s, why are they the topic of people's conversations lately? We have Healing Earth with the power to give and receive healing, card number 46. So some of you are also healers. Some of you are doctors. Some of you just have healing abilities, and people feel that through the work you do or through the things you do, through your energy. Your energy just feels so good. We have Opening Heart with Deep Connections and Water Blessings, card number 11. And then we also have Touching Earth with Planting Something New, card number 12. So I'm just going to keep this in mind because there's no space. But it seems like people are talking about the new endeavors, the new seeds you are starting to plant in your reality. At the back of the deck, we have Wings of Light with Becoming Something New. Some of you may be drawn to pile 2 because the energy here reminds me of pile 2. But something is transforming in your reality as a result of you planting something new in your life, in your reality. I'm clairvoyantly seeing someone cover up their work. Like in school when you're taking a test and you cover up your work. It's like you're putting in the work necessary for what you need to do, taking action towards your goal, towards the things you want to bring into your reality, and you're not showing people it until it's ready to be seen by the world. So that is a significant message here. And that's actually protecting your blessings, is what I see here. So we have the Three of Pentacles. You see this energy of creation. She's creating a dress here. I feel like you're working together with your guides and your higher self on whatever this dream is. And then we have the Seven of Cups, which is all about dreaming up something. I see this as a card of a dreamer, but also the energy of many options and opportunities coming to you as a result of this. But not only have you been dreaming, you have been thinking logically and rationally, like, what steps can I take? What can I do? How can I plan towards this? What action can I put in to make this a reality? And I'm hearing like people are saying you're not just having delusional thinking. Like, since this person has military clothes on, I see it as like you're being not hard on yourself, but you're being focused and determined. And you're pushing yourself. You're pushing yourself, saying, hey, come on, self. Like, we need to get up. We need to do this. We need to go. We need to go. We have things to achieve, dreams to make a reality. I feel that energy. So, spirit guides on my pile, number 3s. Why are they the topic of people's conversations lately? We have the Six of Pentacles. It's like, since you were so mysterious and you don't give out much information on yourself and what you're doing at the moment, with the Six of Pentacles, whatever you're putting out there is what people are talking about. So I kind of see you as like this person, like, I get to choose what information I put out there in the world. I get to choose maybe even the way I'm perceived right now, because you're protecting your privacy, I guess, with this energies here. And it's like, whatever you post on social media, it's like people talk about that. Or whatever you say to people, people talk about that. Whatever information you're giving out there is what people are talking about. But also how generous you are, with your gifts, with your love. People talk about that a lot. People talk about how much of a big heart you have, how much of a generous soul you are. And how, in turn, the universe is going to be very generous with you. God is going to be very generous with you. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Seven of Wands. So I'm noticing a lot of Wands energies here, which is this fiery energy, like the fire agate crystal you chose. Also some earth energy and water energy. We have the Fool. So, in other words, it doesn't have to be your sign, but the energies I'm seeing here are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and Earth energy, which is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Okay, this could be the energy you're embodying right now, or the energy of like how people are talking about you. So at the back of the deck, we have the King of Swords again. So very interesting. So, my pile number three is, why are you the topic of people's conversations lately? I feel like you're bold. You're taking some kind of big leap of faith here with the Fool card. It's a huge leap of faith, of trust in the universe, of trust in the divine. And I keep seeing the message: your guides are assisting you. Your angels are helping you on this journey. They're working with you, to give you the blessings that are meant for you to receive. This may not be what people are saying. They don't know that your guides are helping you, but they see you taking huge leaps of faith. They see you boldly putting yourself out there and trying something new. Even if, people may have their own opinions about it, it's like you're believing in yourself. You're staying loyal and devoted to yourself by following your hearts and your passion, and that is following your true calling, what your soul is calling you to do. This doesn't have to be for your purpose, but just what your soul is wanting, what your soul is craving. And as you do that, you're being put into alignment. Okay? And with the Seven of Wands, you're not just taking this bold leap of faith, you're also fighting for what you want. Although there may be challenges in the way, you're ready to jump over those hurdles, and ready to rationally think, like, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to create a solution for this? How am I going to prevent these challenges? How am I going to fight for what I believe and push towards this and reach this goal with determination, with belief in myself? And we definitely see you following some kind of passion here, some kind of dream, and making it a reality by taking baby steps towards it with the Three of Wands. So this is what people are noticing, and this is why they're talking, because it's like you've made a choice now to either follow what other people's opinions are or follow your own heart, follow your own joy. Some of you have very unique talents, gifts, okay? And this is what people are talking about. Some of you may be healers, some of you may be doctors, some of you may be psychologists, some of you may be artists and heal through your art, heal people through your art, through the energy you give out by putting your heart into it. Some of you, I'm seeing an energy of like the physical body and helping people in some way, rejuvenate their physical body. For others of you, I'm seeing an energy of, I just heard pottery. I'm seeing an energy of you following certain passions. It can be different for all of you. I'm also seeing photography. I'm seeing music, writing. Someone here wants to write a book. Some of you, I'm seeing something about having a baby or creating something, birthing something new in this reality, Empress energy. Creating something fertile, which is Empress energy. It's giving birth to something new from those spiritual realms into the physical reality. So people are talking about you where they're very inspired by you right now, where they just want more and more and more. They want to understand like what's happening in your life. They want to understand. And I think people are also seeing you become more comfortable with allowing yourself to be your true authentic self in the world and say, like, this is me. If you like it, then you can join me. You can like supportively be here. If you don't like it, then I'm not your cup of tea. So I see like a lot of people are talking about how the fact that you're being more comfortable being yourself in the world. There's this energy of boldness, courageousness around you. This is what people are talking about. You may even be opening your heart to deeper connections in your life, giving more time to deeper connections in your life, healing certain connections in your life. And there may be many opportunities coming to you in different aspects of your life with the Seven of Cups. But it's like you're fighting for what you want with the Seven of Wands. And this is why you are the topic of people's conversations lately. So with the Six of Pentacles, I see it as like you're putting in a lot of effort towards this future goal of what you want to receive from the universe. And it's like the more effort you're putting in, the more the universe is filling up your plate of what harvest is about to come. Like I'm seeing Six of Pentacles to Nine of Pentacles. Like you're putting in that work, putting in that effort, putting in the determination. And then after, we jump towards the Nine of Pentacles where you're receiving those blessings, receiving those manifestations, receiving the harvest of whatever you have sowed, you know, where it's growing, where it's turning into something real and something huge and long lasting. So, people are talking about just how powerful you are, my pal number threes. And I think this is all I have for you. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!